on the other side of the map. So I think that they're still going to be deadly on the defensive side, and I think it would be foolish to get too far ahead of ourselves and say like, oh, this is done.
Without a doubt, yeah. It's the beginning of the second half, and still, well, some promise. Navi trying to pick on backside. Numbers back to even. Still weaponry advantage for the defensive side.
Isolated.
Patience as well coming out of Crashies. Alpha holding his own. Crashies lands that flank control, and Filu and Hero now have to hold that backside as the rifles descend. Alfier thirsty for blood, and well, perhaps that's quenched his thirst. A sixth on the board for Fnatic, and relatively cleanly done. The key thing being that Boaster's got a pistol to play with, so there really will be no losses.
Yeah. No real damage taken. I think it was only the Marshall that was gone, and I guess if they're not planning to keep into the next round anyway, there's no point just dropping it somewhere. But yeah, Alfier does well. I was a little bit nervous because the rest of the team was still fighting elsewhere as he was fully into the site, but I guess this is just a little bit of a boost for him to climb up the board, 12-9, halfway to that Viper's Pit. And I also think as well, like, you look at the current table, for Filu on the attack to replicate those numbers is almost impossible. Like, it would have to be the best game we've seen from him ever, but also one of the best games in the league. Like, you're now diving in first a lot of the time. Sure, in tandem with Sociable, but that doesn't make it an easy task. Whereas on the defense, he has an operator he's set up, he's fighting picks and then having utility to support him get out of there. So I want to see how that duo is going to work differently now they go onto the attack.
Yeah, I think if he had that same level of performance in this half, Alfier's kill record would be challenged in regulation. Alfier and Zeus's, they both own it. Fnatic have Vikaj moving towards the doors. He's heard them though. He knows that they're en route, but this shot, oh, it proves to be easy to start with. Decoy catches him fully, though blinded up. He is dealt with. But Kayak has managed to put a spanner in the works. Coming up behind them now, meaning that Sociable's essentially trapped in a corner. The team tries to flood out to help him. Nice connection by Xiao, trading headshots with the Bulldog from Boaster. The shot dart almost took him down, but Navi not ready to relinquish control of the round just yet, as Sociable finds himself a triple. And I think back to that SOT we had, that little video from Xiao. He named everybody else except Sociable. He was like, they're all here for the aim, for the fire. Well, Sociable might be challenging for that as well. I don't think he's disappointed.
He did start with him saying he could play anything though, right? I think he just named everyone.
And he was like, the other three got aim.
So if anything, I think it was the other way around. He was hyping up Sociable, went, oh wait, I have other teammates. I should talk about them too. I think he is right though in terms of Sociable's ability to just play anything. Like you stick this guy on a deadlock, and I think, didn't he drop like 39 kills in one of the maps last year? Like, the guy really is a jack of all trades and a master of most, which is a very rare thing to have. And Isyoro has started off well. Of course, this is where we see the operator in hand, going to be in the hands of Vikaj. So, as said, a little bit more freedom potentially for his teammate. And as his teammate dissipates back, he's managed to find that opening pick.
Mentioned as well, Vikaj having that tough first half. It was like 2-8, 2-9 at some point. It was really hard, but that is again what awaits Filu a lot of the time. They swap sides. Now that Navi take that attack approach, Filu not posted on the angles. Instead, he'll be swinging into them for now at least, though. Posted on mid, waiting for Crashies to make a move, and he steps into the angle. Drops Crashies immediately. The element of surprise paying off tenfold as Kayak tries to, make his way up behind them. Thread the needle, and well, I thought he was getting more than just a one, but the numbers stay even. And for Fnatic, I expect him to wait to try to take the retake together, but Alpha can't help himself. Gets in there and puts the advantage firmly into Fnatic's court.
It's safe to say that he is feeling it right now. And well, a little bit ahead of the curve again. That's given Hero an opportunity. A Bulldog, and then, of course, an Operator. Not the ideal retake weapons, but they get faced by Na'Vi, and both Na'Vi players win their fights 10-6. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive in that retake from Fnatic, and it all comes tumbling down.
Yeah, I mean, look at it two ways. On the first hand, the fact that Alpha played aggressive got them the advantage. It also gave it back. I mean, not gave the opponent the advantage, just gave it away back to 2v2. And I think that's, you know, it's one of those moments where I don't think it's even, you call a pause and you say, guys, you got to play them together. Alpha was feeling it, and a lot of the time when he feels that extra peak, he ends up hitting it. But a good punish by Navi. Double digits on the board, Fnatic on an eco, and map 3 very much on the horizon.
This is a tough round for the defense to get anything, especially with the patience of Navi grouping up, leaving one lurker just in case there's a mid push. It does have to be a little bit careful. They are walking up on him. He's very well aware of the angles, though. Doesn't give anything up. In fact, even being surrounded, yeah, Sociable with the sniper's not going to miss that one. A very big advantage in this round, and well, not exactly the weapon you'd want to have for Boaster if you've just lost mid.
No, I don't think he's going to be taking that fight on range, but ratting in the corner is just perfect. Drone didn't see him, but he has been spotted by Sociable. And even with the damage done, converting that to a kill will be a tough task. Alpha here even used the Viper's Pit this round towards A main. That's now fallen. So for Navi,
1v5 Bucky retake on B.
I mean, it's a big economic builder, but also the fact that, well, okay, there's a pick. Or not. Cool. I'm not quite sure how he's gotten away with that one, but yeah, for Navi, big money maker round, but also removing an ult on the other side, a very valuable ult as well. Yeah, this is the home stretch.
Well, the attackers. It's a great time for the end zone flawless to come in and put them in a position where they can have that little bit of a economic boost to fall back on. Oof. This is where the defense once again. Akash with the sniper. Kayak's dimensional drift online. I'm a little bit nervous. When you see the attack side on this map, especially with the Hunter's Fury, it just makes those executions so much cleaner. Filu taking that space, knowing that that disruption is likely to come through for him in just a moment. And for Boaster, if they use that ult, there's going to be a tough hold. They're just walking out there. In fact, they just have faith in Filu to do the damage himself. Walked out. Boaster's already been spotted. Now he's completely surrounded. Nowhere left to go. And I was thinking, okay, Hunter's Fury. It's going to be great for the take. Well, it's even better in post.
I think they actually almost baited out because they have it. Because they took such a fast early approach. I was waiting to hear the sound cue called. Because as soon as you get into doors, you're like, okay, ult is going to come through. And obviously, you can clear out this space for your guy coming through doors, this space for the guys coming out through main. It's huge. And actually, you see Fnatic back off. You see them set up their gate crashes to fall back. You see them not take those early fights, waiting for that point of initiation. And the point of initiation wasn't an ultimate. It wasn't utility. It was a man like Filu just running around.
There's been a lot of fights in this game where I'm not expecting the player looking the wrong way to win, and then they just managed to take it. Like, I feel like Cratchy should have been dead there. We will be able to hold on to the gun. Vekaj not activated because he was on that other side of the map. And while 12-6, a map choice that isn't really showing as to why. Fnatic are going to take a timeout, but
I punish you.
Oh, I feel like there's going to have to be an awful lot here to stem the bleeding. I think it's a lot more than just a plaster.
Oh yeah, get the tourniquet out right now. 6 rounds in a row needed to fight back into this one. And how times have changed for Navi. Their own map pick It came in with an 11-3 start, but they bounced back. They fought their way back into the game, and now they come to Fnatic's pick. One Fnatic come in, obviously, you would imagine, better prepared for.
Yeah.
And even change their comp. And I think the fact that we bring the Yoru into play, the fact that we got rid of the Sage, the Neon that they were running last time as well. It's funny because there's a Neon on Navi side, so what I'm about to say, especially because that Neon is 23-8, this is going to sound kind of stupid, but I prefer Fnatic's comp. I like them moving away from that Neon. I like them having that little bit more diversity with Kayak and Jet as that double dive. But it's 12-6. Navi are winning. Filu's having possibly the best game we've seen from him.
He's been very good.
Considering the caliber of players he's up against, I think you really have to give him a leg up.
And well, the difference in pressure as well. Like he was part of that big comeback in the last map as well. Like it definitely showing that the level he's hitting in Navi is far better than in the teams we've seen before. Path is set. The dimensional drift. Clearing out angles. Now, Boaster has been a little bit cheeky, a little bit sneaky, trying to find a way to get the opener. He's now got quite a few players behind him. He didn't even know. He didn't know they stuck the angle. Probably expected them to just TP out of there. Instead, now, Crashies has at least found one, but with a massive disadvantage. The beams of the Fury going past each other with a target potentially met, and actually it was almost two, and there is that second. That's all come crashing down for Fnatic. Is Navi seem to have map 3 locked in, and there it is, 13-6. Breeze ends in favor of Navi. The series continues on. Bind is coming up after the break.
you.